Hello, I'm Christine, and it is 11 a.m. on May 1st. And I've been writing a book since January of 2016, and today was my deadline to get into my editor with the edits. And I did it. I went to bed at 4 a.m. and it's Tuesday at 11 a.m. I don't have a video for my channel yet. So here we are. It's been an interesting last 48 hours because I finished the book like 4 days ago. I finished writing the new draft. But you don't want to just write the new draft because there's new scenes in the new draft and you gotta go through those new scenes because they're not as good because you just wrote them. It's just it's always like that. You have to smooth it out and make it better. So I'd already done that multiple times because I knew it was like that. You know, every time I'd write a new scene, I'd have that day and then the next day I would start by backtracking over that and then going. After I finished this draft, 8.5, I went back to the beginning of the second half of the book and started combing through that again and smoothing that because I knew that had more new stuff in it than the first half. And I was like, I have to fix that stuff. That needs the most work. What ended up happening is this last day that I had to work on it, I still had half of the second half left to go through. So I went through that half of the second half. I got up early and by 12:30 I had gone through all of it and I was like, oh, I think I'm happy with the second half now. And then I had to go back to the first half and comb through all of that. So I read the entire first half of the book and edited it yesterday. And it was my first time in so long just reading it through. Not reading it through. I was editing it. But it was the first time editing so much in such a short period of time that I felt like I was reading it through. And I just had so much fun. I was laser focused at all I did yesterday. I took a break for food, and then food again, and then at 10 o'clock at night, I was reading a scene, and I was like, my eyes aren't working anymore. I was laser focused until then, and all of a sudden the words were just flying away from me. I couldn't focus on sentences anymore or overall picture. I was just so I took a break for an hour. My apartment's in disarray because I've been working on this a lot for the last week at least and just not doing much else. And so I've been ordering stuff to wear for the upcoming events and they're just sitting by my door unopened. There's 4 or 5 packages just unopened because I get a package now. I'm busy, I'll open it later. And it's just they're piling up. So got that to look forward to today because last night at 4 a.m. I sent in my new draft and then I tried to go to sleep and all I could think about was the new draft and the story and if I had missed anything because what happened doing the manuscript backwards? It was so weird. I had already gone through the second half and then I was going through the first half and I was like, oh shit, you used this word in the other half a couple times but I couldn't go back and change it in the second half because I didn't have time. I had to keep going through the first half. It was just drive me crazy. I wrote them down. The ones in the first half went so well with the scene that I was like, you gotta change the one in the second half. So I still gotta do that. I'm assuming this draft I sent out isn't my final. I don't think so. I think there's 50 rounds of edits and I'm hoping I'll just go back and do some word switching. I'm happy to report I just felt like the first half was so much better. I was just, when you go through something, you're like, oh god, these new changes, no. It wasn't like that. It was just oh god, the new changes are working for me so much. I'm so excited. So that was really great. And then because I did the first half second, of course, I'm I forget about the second half. Did I like it as much as I liked this half with the new changes? I can't remember. I hope I do, but I have no time to go through it again right now. I did when I finished it. I was like, oh, I think I'm happy with the second half. Then I went to the first half and then I forgot everything again. I just babbled for a straight 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I've got a lot of feelings. I don't know if they're exciting for you, but future Christine is gonna be happy that I made this video. Oh, I discovered a new secret to how to focus on my writing when I'm tired. Because I was up till 4 a.m. and I was still there, I think. I think I was still there. I think I was still focused. So I have 3 places where I primarily write. Not here. I used to write here. I don't write here anymore. The couch, my bed, and my desk chair. Now, while I like writing on the couch, it's become a place where I also watch stuff. And so I find it easier for myself to watch stuff. I wasn't allowed to watch stuff the last 3 days, because you know what I found? It's harder for me to get back into writing when I'm watching stuff. So I've switched to listening to Dear Hank and John whenever I'm taking a break, because it gets my mind off things, but it doesn't take me out of the story, and it doesn't put me in relax mode as much. It puts like my mind still on high alert, because I'm listening. I don't know what it is. When I take a break and watch something, a lot of times my brain takes a break so hard that I can't jump right back in as fast. So I've been listening to Dear Hank and John a lot. What was my point here? Oh! The secret to staying awake and on target was sitting in the desk chair. Who would have knew? I can't fall asleep like that. I can't. And I knew that that's where I go to read when I have a deadline, because I can't fall asleep, but I haven't been thinking, like, you should go there to write. I could wake up in the morning and write. You know how I usually wake up in the morning and I fall asleep writing? That's when I'm on the couch or the bed. The desk chair, though, it works miracles. I was gonna take you with me to those spots and, like, pop myself in with editing to make this look high production value. I'm in my pajamas still. Oops, I forgot. I got up and was like, you need a video, Christine. And I put my makeup and I put my hair up in a bun to wash my face, and I just never took it out. It has been too many days since I washed my hair, so that's staying up there. And it's too late to change out of my pajamas now. Oh my god, I'm wearing a shirt that's relevant. Sorry, I'm just the writer. I didn't even mean to do that. I was so afraid to go back and comb through the first half again, because I changed the first paragraph. The first 2 sentences, not first paragraph. The first 2 sentences of my book, I wrote anew. And you know how stressful it is to write a first sentence. Maybe you don't, but you probably do. And so with this first line, like the first time I rewrote it during this draft, I took the whole day just writing one and then thinking it was stupid and erasing it and then writing again. Like, it's important. It sets the tone. As much as I like to believe the bulk of the book is important, the stupid first sentence is really stupidly important. Like, people remember them. And so, like, I spent that day also just looking through other random first sentences, and not random, books that I like first sentences. And it was just, it made me even more stressed out about my first sentence. And so I finally left it. I was like, you can't do this. You can't spend forever on this stupid sentence. So I left and just, you know, rewrote the rest of the book. And then yesterday when I came back to it, I was like, shit, we can't get stuck here. We can't get stuck here. And then all of a sudden, I just had like an epiphany. I looked at the big sentence that I had written as my first sentence, and I was like the pieces of it that I wanted just like came out and came together as a sentence. And then I had a new first sentence last night. Now, either I had a genius epiphany, or last night Christine thought she had a genius epiphany. Not genius. Stop saying the word genius. Like, just had an epiphany about the fucking first sentence. Either I had an epiphany, or future me is gonna go back to me and be like, ew, we still need a new first sentence. Another thing I did was, I know I've told you about rewriting the end like 100 times, just like the last chapter. And so I did that again from scratch this time. Just a new last chapter. The idea that I wanted to happen in the last chapter is still there, but I wrote it from scratch. I think I like it. I think I do. I'm not 100% like I love my last sentence. That's another sentence. You want the last sentence to be like, I love that last sentence. I want one more line in the book. I love the last sentence I have right now, but it's not like it's not the ideal last sentence. I want one more line. And since I couldn't think of the perfect one, I just kept deleting them. I just don't have it yet. I just have nothing. I mean, I don't have nothing. There's the whole chapter and everything's fine, but I just wanted one more sentence. And I want one more sentence. And I couldn't pull it out last night. So it just doesn't exist yet. I'm just gonna, so that's, 4 a.m. sleeping, Christine, was just really working on that. And I was just like, stop it! Stop it! You already handed it in. But I was like, well, I could just send a new draft tomorrow morning. with that last sentence didn't happen. I went to bed at 4 and set my alarm for 11, thinking like, you can sleep into 11, you aimed it in your draft. But my brain just woke me up at 9. Why do we do that? Why is it like that? Am I gonna stop writing everything until I get my notes back? Probably not, because I want to go back in and fix those specific word things. Now, Y'all West starts in 2 days. So that's why I don't want to push back my deadlines. I want to meet my deadlines. I'm a deadline meter. Like, challenge fucking accepted. I'm gonna meet that deadline. Like, I'm getting it to you, okay? So it wasn't really an option for me, even if I know people are like, if you're not happy with your book, don't hit. I'm happy with the book, and I'm going crazy. And it's at the point where, like, if I read it again, I wouldn't be seeing things, you know? You need that break anyway. But if I were to push my deadline, it would be pushed an entire week, not till, like, just tomorrow, because I had to do this video, and I have another video that I have to send in to somebody, and then, well, Y'all West, and people are gonna be here. I'm not gonna be working good. So, I've sent it in, I finished, and I eagerly await a new draft of edits to fix more stuff. I love making the book better. Like, it was so rewarding, this draft, because I'm so happy with some of the shifts I made. Like, I think I'm happy with how I shifted them, but like maybe they need slight tweaks and future Christine will tweak them. But I'm really excited and really tired. I'm gonna go see Avengers again today because I haven't gotten to do that yet because I've been doing this. I only saw it once. I did waste an entire day in my deadline week filming a video about Avengers. I really like it. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's the video before this one. Now, as per tradition, I was going to share a song from my writing playlist. I honestly don't remember much of the music. I had like 2 songs I've been switching between that really focused my brain, and one of them is Sober Up by AJR. I don't know, it's something about the violins. And then the other one is You Owe Me by the Chainsmokers. Very random choices. And I don't know the words to either of those songs. Here, I'll try to do one. Won't you help me sober up? Sober up. Cause I wanna feel something again. Maybe I can sing it. Hello, hello. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I hope that you'll listen to me. Cause it makes me feel young. Yeah, I know the words. You know what my favorite part of this song is? My favorite color is you. Oh, that part, that line. I just love it. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. My favorite color is you. You vibrating at my frequency. My favorite color is you. You vibrating at my frequency. Won't you help me sober up? What a good song. Wow. I think that's gonna be it for me today. This was like my first official deadline with the publisher, which is really, it feels like a landmark. It was draft 8.5 for me, future Christine. Oh, and while I was aiming to cut it down to 105K, I got it down to 112,576K. I took out a lot of shit. And then I ended up putting in a lot of shit to flesh out something in the end. I really like that stuff. I'm Christine. I'm at @XteenMay on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to be at Y'all West. I'm doing the Booksplosion panel at 12 p.m. It's going to be really fun. We've got some fun stuff planned. And I'm going to be on a panel about tricks of the trade on the internet or something. I forget what time it is. I think it's like 4:30 or 5. It's on the schedule for Y'all Fest. I'm also going to be at BookCon. So if you're going to be at BookCon, the Booksplosion panel's on Saturday at 4:30. And if you're going to be there on Sunday, there's a Booksplosion meetup if you want to meet us. Meet and greet. It's called a meet and greet. It's at 10:30 a.m., I think. I'm so excited for all the things. Thank you for watching. And please share your journey thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're doing. And my book's called Again But Better. And it's coming out next year sometime. I don't have a date yet still. I'm so excited to get one of those. Because you know how I love dates. Do you know how I love dates? I like dates. I like years and dates and times. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.